Hey, we're finally live.
Look, we got new chairs.
Ooh, they're comfy.
We're like actual grown-ups again.
Yeah, right.
Maybe.
Maybe not really. No.
We have grown-up money.
We have access to grown-up money.
Yes.
So it's really loud in the microphone when we do that, I learned. It's usually me, so don't worry about it. Oh, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
It has been a good one.
It has.
There.
I meant to give the kids their gifts before we started today, and I forgot.
We can do that after.
Yes.
So. Oh, hi.
Hi.
So, what do you have there?
I'm not going to drink both of these.
Oh, shame.
So let's see. I have Excelsior which is an Imperial Mango by Schilling. I had it a few weeks ago. It's delicious. And then I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, but Bimbel with care and Apfel Vine Gold. It's a German cider. It looked fun. I've never had it. I've never seen it, but it looked fun. So I think this is the one I'm going to. All right.
Even and odd?
All right. Even. Odd. 14.
Ah, solid roll too.
Yeah. This is such a pretty die. Look at that. You can't hardly see. It's kind of pearlescent, iridescent.
Yeah, kind of a pearlescent, clear. It's clear.
It is clear,
it's clear.
But there's like a pearlescence and stuff.
Feel free to
Hi.
Hey. Oh, vine.
Okay. Vine. Yeah.
Apple vine. Yeah.
That's nice.
Sweet. Cool. I encountered a new brewery this week. It's Ecliptic. I've never actually seen them before. I'm sure they've been around forever, but I haven't seen them. And I came up with a couple of options. They seem to really enjoy their astronomy because my choices are Io, which is a Doppelbock, or Urt, which is an Imperial Stout. And I don't know which one I'm going to have, so...
The labels are so pretty.
They are. They're like really stylized versions of those celestial bodies with nice star field in the background. They're cool.
They shimmer.
Yeah. So I think Io is going to be even, and let's see what we get here. A 9.
Nice.
All right, I'm
So
going with the
your own
Imperial
stout.
Stout. Sweet. I was kind of curious about this one too because where I just released Singularity, and I really, really love this batch. I thought it would be fun to compare somebody else's Imperial Stout. Not so much compare as just enjoy.
Well, I mean, compared, that's not necessarily a negative thing.
Well, no, that's true. Oh, sucker is black as midnight. That's
nice.
That is very, as advertised. That was one of the things they called out on their label. It's
beautiful.
It is. Beautiful beer. Nice caramely color head on that thing. That is nice. Let's see what they have to say, or see what it says for itself. It smells remarkable. It smells really, really similar to Singularity out there. Oh, that's nice. It's a little crisper and cleaner than mine, but it has a really pleasant, approachable smokiness. Just good dark notes all the way around. This is a beautiful Imperial Stout. I would reach for that any day of the week. That is.
It's got the same notes of like a 90% chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
That dryness on the tongue.
Yeah, that is extremely well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is so cool. Oort is named after the mysterious region of our solar system that breeds comets, the Oort cloud.
Oh.
Massive amounts of roasted barley were respect. We're combined with that's what gives you the kind of coffee notes. Yep. We're combined with 3 types of caramel malts. Nice. Sweet for a rich, full mouthfeel.
Yeah.
Chinook, Cascade, and Sterling hops lend a balanced bitterness and subtle hop flavor to the brew. Yeah, that's. It's not exactly Singularity.
No,
but it's. I mean, in terms of what it has.
But they're in the family together.
There are similar. I get a lot of the same qualities. So I use a different hop for bittering than they do, but they're very, very similar. And I use a different hop for that kind of floral punch at the front. But again, very, very similar. And it's just. I like this one a lot. This one is extremely well done.
All right, let's see what This one. Ooh, that is
Oh.
like,
That's gorgeous.
yeah. That's like a pale, like almost a pear color.
I wonder what variety of apples they used in that.
I didn't say. Look at those bubbles.
That is gorgeous.
That is beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, it looks a little more gold on the screen than it is.
Good grief.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Locally grown apples. Local to them.
Yeah.
This place is in Germany. Yeah.
Oh, they know what they're doing.
Okay, try.
Yum.
Oh wow. That just smells crisp and amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
smooth.
It's subtle. It doesn't have like a whole bunch of flavors. It's like floating down a calm stream.
It tastes like the smell of apple juice
Yeah.
without the sweetness of apple juice.
Although there is sweetness in it.
There is some residual sweetness. If you like kind of a semi-sweet cider,
Yeah.
you would love this. That is
the bubbles are super nice.
that. Oh man, and the aftertaste on that one.
Yeah.
That just dang.
It's gentle and slightly sweet. It's pleasant.
Put them on the list.
Yeah, this is
Man,
really good.
Those nights when you want something that isn't yours, that's a mighty fun. Yeah, these guys are going on the list too. This is wow.
All right, so we've got
What good finds.
couple of new finds then. So Bombell with care.
Yeah.
Or Bimbell.
Play on handle with care.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe that's the name of the company. Yeah, Bimbell, producer, Bimbell with care.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah.
And then Ecliptic. We're just going with all kinds of great stuff.
So this company had 2 other ciders.
Fine Pellegrino, aged to perfection until I remembered that it was in the closet. That looks that is the best way to age a lot of things.
Yes. So this company had 2 other ciders. One was a dry cider. This was their kind of, I don't think they called it semi-sweet, off-dry.
Mm-hmm.
I would almost call it semi-sweet for the way that I'm tasting it, but that's really subjective. And then the other one had what, notes of cherry?
Yeah.
So I don't think it had cherry.
No, it did. It had cherry juice in it. Only the finest cherry juice, it said.
Yes.
So I
would
would be inclined to try both of those
Yeah.
after that experience.
Yeah.
Definitely try those. We should find them and follow them on social media.
We should. Yeah, that's good.
These guys too, because dang.
Yeah. Where are they out of?
Well, I don't know. Probably Oregon. Most places are out of Oregon. Clipped it. Portland, Oregon.
Nice.
Nailed it.
We
Wait.
are,
That's true. We're not out of Oregon. We've been to Oregon.
We have. Oregon's
but we're
lovely.
not in it.
Okay, so that's what we're drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to talk about your brewing?
Ah, boy, would I. Oh, yeah. We've got all kinds of fun stuff we could talk about. Brewing, events we've been to, events we're going to. This is cool. So, Old Books is still bubbling right along. It's still going absolutely crazy.
It's a happy beer.
It's a very happy beer. Yeah, standard Old Books.
Standard
Old Books, which is going to be making its appearance in the tap room when it's ready.
Old Books.
OG Old Books. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yes.
That one, which will be making its appearance in the tap room as soon as it's ready.
In
probably
a month or 2.
Yeah, a month or 2. When that'll be really early and there won't be a lot of it.
2 or 3.
Yeah. That one is floating in very handily.
You're right. We did go to Oregon, so we did come out.
We did have to come out of Oregon at some point. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sitting very happily around the mid-10s, maybe 11%. We'll see how far that one floats along, but it's at a very respectable Old Books level.
Yeah, where you'd expect it to be.
Yeah. The one that I'm pushing a whole lot higher, that one just crossed 16.5 today, and it is showing no signs of slowing down. It is munching right along.
He feeds it every day. It's like he has a pet.
Twice a day.
Twice a day.
Yep, it's like a little Tamagotchi, except stupid animal I'm trying to keep alive is my beer. So
And it's gonna make you money.
and it's going to make me money. So and it's going to taste amazing. So it is currently up to 16.5%. Well on its way. It will easily beat Schmebulock. We'll see if it goes much higher than that, because that's a hard threshold to cross. But
Yeah.
it's got everything going for it this go around. It's continuously recirculating. So all those yeast are just, it's like when you're trying to go to sleep and somebody keeps doing this to you. That's kind of what I'm doing to yeast. So now I feel a little bit like a bad person.
They're
No, 'cause
happy.
Yeah, it's
They
like
keep
it's like if somebody
reproducing.
here's more food. Or did you want more food? And here's candy. You should have candy. And here's more.
And here's a new book.
And
And here's a new
book
video
too.
game.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm basically spoiling the yeast to death,
Yeah.
literally. But
Literally.
but they are ripping right along. They're on a
Yeah.
nutrient schedule.
Kaylee had the right emoji.
Yeah, they're on a nutrient schedule, so they get their Flintstone gummy vitamins basically. I even added friends for them to play with, so there's 3 different friends in there.
You're treating your beer better than we treat ourselves.
No, we have good friends that we play with,
Yes, we have the good friends.
and
But,
we eat plenty of good food.
I mean, mostly.
You still need to work on the vitamins thing, but everything else. So it is coming along very, very handily. It is extraordinarily difficult to push a beer up that high. But what we've kind of worked out over time, just trial and error and consulting a lot of people who are way smarter than I am.
Name of the game around here.
Yeah, with a good deal of help from Tim from Genus. And I think Randy too. I probably got a little bit of input from Randy from Bellwether as well. I'm pushing that sucker up there, and with any luck, it'll be the strongest beer Spokane's seen.
Because it's 18.4 from Bellwether, right?
18.3 is what Bellwether hit.
Because you're shooting for 18.4.
18.4 is what I'm shooting for. 20 is what I would be ecstatic about.
Yeah.
At that point, I mean, you just call the news up and say, look, you really need to run an article on us because dang. So it's going to be fun. That, and in case anybody missed it, Singularity is on tap now. It's good. It's, you could argue that it's young because it is.
Yeah.
But even in its youth, it's really, really good.
I should probably make another batch of ice cream.
Plenty of people have asked.
Well, that is true.
Yeah,
but I mean, a Singularity float.
Yeah. We don't.
And with Elixir of Life on.
Probably should. But
should.
So there's not a whole ton of either Old Books or Singularity because most of the batches I made are going straight into bourbon barrels where they will be forgotten about for at least 9 months. And they'll just get happier and happier. Not particularly more alcoholic. You don't get more alcohol out of barrels, but you get really great flavors out of those.
Yep.
So
it's like a party.
Yeah. Which
flavor party.
Which will bring us to the events, but we can cross that bridge here shortly.
Yes.
What's going on in the cider world?
So my cider has just been getting happy. The base that I'm going to use for LN6 is finally at a point that I'm ready to put coconut in it. So I need to go pick up my last batch of coconut from URM because I use a lot of coconut. And so tomorrow is my office hours, which usually means I go out and try and do stuff with the cider.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. Peter's helping us make dinner.
I'm making dinner.
So tomorrow I'll be working on LN6. I need to check Zuko, see where it's at. It might need some more yeast nutrient or yeast or something. I don't know. I haven't checked it in the last few days, so I don't know where that's going to be. But I'm going to check in on it. Fermentation is probably done on the base, so I can start getting social distancing, flavoring, which I have all of the Thai basil that I need.
I'm pretty sure you own all Thai basil.
I bought a lot
Other
of
places
it.
lease it from you.
Yeah.
You're the one that owns it all.
And then I'm going to get the syrup for MD314 going. Believe that's everything that's on my list.
Yeah.
So got some good stuff coming.
This would be the fantastic time to get the pineapple one going so that it's ready when the weather starts getting nicer.
It would, but
you already have a whole schedule.
Yeah.
Maybe tack it onto the end of the schedule.
Yeah. we're pressing again this weekend, and then we'll do another pressing 2 weeks after that. I might end up doing a 2-week schedule for the next little while, depending on fermenters. It's always this juggling act of how many fermenters do we have? How quickly is the cider getting happy? Although a lot of the cider, once I've extracted the flavor from it, it can age in the kegs.
Oh, it ages so good. It's only happened once, but we had one cider that was just frankly bad. So I don't know what went wrong.
There was just off flavors on it. It wasn't like rancid or anything.
No, it just wasn't.
Like we tried it and it was like, oh man, we lost this one. It was like a 15-gallon batch.
Yeah, well, no, it was more than that.
Oh, was it?
That was 3 kegs worth.
Oh, okay.
And so we threw it all into kegs and just threw it in the back of the walk-in. So we're just going to forget about this.
See what happens.
It can't hurt. We've got the room to spare.
Experimentation.
Yeah, we came back to it like 3 months later, 4 months later, and pulled a little off. It's like, this tastes perfect. It is absolutely fantastic. So it just needed time to age. So.
It is probably something with that batch of fruit or the yeast that I use that just needed a little extra time to get through its funk flavors.
The fact that was the batch that we had no temperature control on whatsoever.
Yeah,
so it got everything from dang near frozen to 85 degrees.
Yeah,
that did not help at all.
Not help. Skilled brewers.
Where?
We have a lot of skills because we've learned through mistakes.
And good education.
Yes.
We listen to people when they give us advice.
Or at least we do our best.
We try. Yeah.
So I've got a lot of cider in the works. I think my next pressing is going to be split between Health Potion and MD. And then the batch after that, I think I'm finally going to get to Saber of Windu and probably... I think I have another 2 written down.
Yeah.
That I want to do. But yes, Up is Down definitely needs to get going. I wouldn't mind making another batch of Gingy now and just sitting on it till fall.
Yep.
Because that one, well, I had 1 keg, so not this fall, but it released last fall. That had been sitting for 9 months, and when I released it, it was so good.
Wow.
So good.
That was something.
Yeah. So need to get on that too.
This has more bitterness than mine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I definitely noticed that.
It's good though.
Yeah. Part of the reason that I'm wanting to do this like every 2 weeks pressing schedule, assuming my fermenters, assuming I have space, is because several reasons. One, we've talked for a really long time about increasing our taps. We want to do that. That is a big goal for this year. We're also doing events now. So we actually just went to one on Saturday at Northern Quest Casino. It was the Wishing Star Foundation fundraiser Taste Spokane. It was so much.
That was a blast.
Fun.
Such good people there for such an amazing cause. Yeah. They raised a ton of money.
Yep.
That was.
We got to talk to several people whose families were impacted by Wishing Star Foundation. And it was just so wonderful to hear those stories, like the faith in humanity restored kind of stories.
Yep. Yeah. It was really cool.
Yeah. It was also a lot of fun because we were expected to go around and sample everything as well.
Oh, so darn. Oh my gosh, the food.
So stuffed. And
Vieux Carré and Mango Tree.
Yep.
All the different pastry places.
We had sweet frostings and nothing bundt cake. There's several other places. Dry fly.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the pastry places in particular would bring desserts around to us and just be like, would you like this?
Yes.
I had to tell the guy that came around the last time, I was like, I will die if I eat that. And I really want to eat it. so full. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to be doing more events this year. We have ones. I suppose we're just heading straight on to events.
Might as well move into events.
All right. We've got an event coming up on May 7th called Epicurean Delight.
Which, if you're rich, you've probably heard of it.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
We had never heard of it.
Events.
And they emailed.
Wow, that's a good follow-up to the comment I just made.
Well, but they emailed us and invited us to be one of the vendors. And so I did just a really cursory look into what it is. It's a black tie event where tickets aren't cheap, but it's a really, there's a lot of vendors there, and it's one of those, you get your ticket, you get in the door, you get samples of all the things. It's a fundraiser for the blood bank. So I mean, another incredibly worthy cause. There's, once you get in the door, you can buy these it's like a gift bag kind of thing, but it comes with like a signature wine and some glasses and a couple of tickets for their martini bar, and then this book of vouchers. So a lot of the vendors will put in like a voucher for come in and get a free pint, and because they've purchased the bag, that's legal.
Yes.
Um,
Money has exchanged hands.
yes.
Taxes will be paid. Therefore,
yes.
that's a dicey one.
Yeah. So we're going to be putting a voucher in the little gift bag thing. But yeah, it's a really like fancy schmancy event, which I'm super excited. I've never actually really been to like a black tie event, but I've always wanted to. Well, I suppose the Time Travelers Ball that we went to was kind of black tie.
That one, yeah, that one was extremely, yeah.
It was like nerdy black tie though. Anyway, so excited for that one coming up.
Yeah,
we're gearing up, assuming that the Avista Stadium Craft Beer Festival is going to happen September-ish. That's
give or take,
kind of generally when they do it.
Yeah, so we are actually starting production now in anticipation. Which that was part of the story I was going to tell.
Yes, please.
So that is where we are going to see the initial inaugural releases of the barrel-aged Singularity and barrel-aged old books. So if you want to be the first ones to get on those bandwagons and get the bourbon barrel-aged 20% old books, I'm just calling it now. I'm hoping for the best.
Yeah.
That's going to be where you do it. Same for the very same Singularity that's in the tap room now, except barrel-aged. That's where you go.
Yep. We're toying around with the ideas of releasing certain beers and ciders at certain times during the event. If we decide to go with that, we'll post early what our plan is, so you can decide if you really have your heart set on that 20% bourbon barrel aged old books. We'll let you know that Saturday at 2:00 is when we're releasing it. I don't know if that's going to happen. We're in the early stages of talking about that.
Yeah. But yeah, so those are the events.
Well, no, we've got also, we've been invited to participate with the Renaissance Fair in October.
That's right. Nice.
Yeah, so super excited about that. We don't know what our involvement is going to look like, if we're just going to be providing kegs or if we're actually going to be like part of the
We know we won't be bringing stuff quite that strong to the Renaissance Fair.
No. But yes, nerdy black tie still counts. It does. If we got married again, it would be a nerdy black tie event.
Darn right it would.
But yeah, so I'm really excited for the Ren Fair because I have missed it the last couple of years.
It's been a rough one.
Yeah. So my favorite thing to do at the Ren Fair, literally, I will go to the Ren Fair and like look at all the booths and pet the owl. And
I love the owl. Oh my gosh.
And I'll spend like an hour doing that. And then all I really want to do is go sit in the tavern and have drinks and yell at the jousting. Just
knights.
The knights that are jousting, and not like yell is like mean, but just like cheer for whoever my knight happens to be.
Kill the other one.
Yes. And hope that whoever is leading the cheering is doing a really good job, because we had that one year.
That guy was something.
Both, because there was the guy on our side of the field and there was the guy on the other side of the field, and they knew how to work the crowd.
Yes, they did. That was good.
So much fun. So those are the events that we know of so far.
Yep.
In the year. Of course, as we get farther into the year, we'll have Extra Life, and we'll have our Summer Ween will happen in June.
Yep. We started this whole conversation. I was feeling really great about myself, about how ahead I was in brewing. It's like I've got 2 beers that don't even have tap space right now. Now I'm feeling so behind because like I got to set aside a keg for this. I got to set aside a keg for that, and I got to and I'm out.
We're having a business meeting tomorrow.
Yes, we
We
are.
can discuss this.
Yes, we will.
But the event that is most pressing because it's tomorrow night at 6:30 is
Trivia.
yes.
Do I get multiple choice on this one?
No.
Tomorrow night's trivia is at 6:30 as always, and it's going to be fun. The topic this time is food and the Princess Bride.
Yay!
So, maybe we could combine them.
Oh.
What coating helps the magic pill go down easier?
Did you know that was improvised?
That whole thing was improvised. That whole
a lot
scene.
of it was, yes, but that in particular, the gal who plays Valerie improvised that.
Oh my gosh. Did you know there was something, I'm going to get the numbers wrong, but there was something like half an hour of footage from that they couldn't use because the director kept busting up laughing. He had to excuse himself to a soundproof room and watch behind a screen because he kept wrecking all the takes by laughing.
Not only that, when you see Wesley, but not his face, it's a dummy because he couldn't he couldn't stop from laughing, and he's supposed to not even look like he's breathing.
Yeah. Well, and all the cuts, they'll be cutting back and forth. No one scene is longer than about 3 seconds because that's all they could hold a straight face for. And they'll like cut right in, they'll say something and then cut out.
Yes.
That's I would have loved to have been there.
Yeah, I could see the whole movie having been improvised. I just read the As You Wish, which is autobiography by Carrie Ellis, who played Wesley, about the filming of his experience filming The Princess Bride. And it, like, as magical as that movie is, it seems like filming it for most of the cast was like 10 times more magical. It was a really good read.
Keep talking.
Okay.
Yep.
I feel like I need to start going random facts, but we've got trivia on this tomorrow.
For the one question that nobody will get, what cancels out Capofero? Oh, it's that whole scene. Naturally, you expect me to use Capofero against me, yeah? Naturally, but I find Tyvolt cancels out Capofero, don't you?
Yes. So, that's going to be trivia tomorrow.
That's going to be a blast.
Yeah.
I'll try to make them easy questions so that
most of them.
When we get in the groove, I swear, it's just like, oh man, then everybody's going to get this question. And then we put it up there and nobody does. Like,
we're learning.
What's wrong with me?
Yet again, another learning curve for us because we're trying to find that balance of this seems really easy to us, but what's our crowd like?
So we're getting there.
Yep. Last week was really good.
Last week was lots of fun.
We had a Star Trek theme, and it was a lot of fun.
Yep. So food and the Princess Bride.
Yep. So yes.
What is there a shortage of in the world?
Stop. We need questions.
I'm not putting that one in trivia.
Now that we
Happy Valentine's Day anywhere.
Now that we're for this one where we've only got the 2 sections, we've got to have more questions.
Oh yeah.
So
So intermix everything else.
What was the first?
This is fine.
Is everything okay?
Yep.
Okay.
What was the first scene filmed for the entire movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know that one.
Yeah, so we talked about it. Categories. Yes.
There we go. That's the word we're looking
2
for.
categories.
2 categories. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks for the heads up.
Are you ready?
Okay. Thank you for that.
Random loud noises are happening in the living room. We don't know what's going on.
I was showing magic.
Okay. Magic.
Loud magic.
Okay. Normally this is when we would move on to special of the week.
Yes, but
Go ahead.
the weeks aren't special anymore.
No.
we are temporarily suspending the special of the week. It has been lots of fun. There have been lots of good dishes. It's been getting very cumbersome to actually prep in advance and just reliably get out there, because maybe one day you sell 15, maybe one day you sell none. And
Yeah.
we aren't able to keep the quality up that we want to reliably with that kind of chaos. So for the time being, we're going to rethink the special of the week.
Yep.
So we'll fall back to our basics: pizza, charcuterie boards, all those great things.
Nachos.
Nachos.
Nachos are still. This is the saddest way to put that. You're right.
But
Right.
yeah, so that is the news about that.
Yep.
We will still continue to augment the menu
Yeah.
and develop it, and
Yep.
it'll grow. But for the time being, that's the case there.
It's helping us keep a better balance of work life, which means you guys benefit because we continue to provide Bardic stuff.
Yep.
Otherwise, we don't.
Yep. But you can come visit us in our padded room.
Yeah.
I think they allow visitors.
COVID, they're probably
not. No, you just get to be crazy in your own private room.
Oh, yeah. So we'll see. I mean, the menu is just an ever evolving thing.
It's like Disneyland. It just keeps growing and changing.
We're pondering monthly special. I think right now we just need to take a break from it.
Yeah, sit with our basics and go from there. But
yeah, and neither one of us have an ADHD diagnosis, but there's part of me that kind of questions whether or not, and we'll get bored and decide.
You don't have to have seen the lander to know we've actually been to the moon.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll get bored eventually and probably bring it back to satisfy our
almost
itch.
guaranteed. Almost guaranteed.
Or we'll do something weirder.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's very possible too.
There's that.
Who knows?
Smell of the hours.
No.
Wow.
We're not having the smell of the hour.
But if we had smell-o-vision,
that'd be kind of cool.
That was a technology that deserved to have more development.
Okay, so we talked about drinks, we talked about brewing and cider, we talked about events, we talked about the non-existent special of the week, but the weeks are still special.
Stop it. There you are.
So now we need to do the random recommendation, right?
I think so, yes.
All right. Do you have one?
I had one.
Do you have it still?
No.
The chair company?
Is it here now?
Yes, I have one. Thank you.
There you go, because I have one too.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Peter.
Peter, will you run up and get my... never mind.
What is it?
I was going to ask you to get one of my books, but it's a stack. There's a stack of them, so...
Crash. I'm okay. My random recommendation of the week is Spokane Furniture. They are down on Sprague, just a little bit east of Fred Meyer. Used to be an old pawn shop way back in the day.
If you get to Genus, you've gone too far.
If you get to Genus, you've gone too far. If you get to Ziggy's, you've gone too far. It's on the north side of the road, like red awnings, I think, like that. But super duper nice little place. You walk in, it looks like they've got 2 tables, but you keep walking, and the place is actually quite large. They have a ton of furniture in there. Super duper nice people and extremely reasonable prices, which is where we got our chairs. They're super comfy, extremely well built. I have never seen chairs this well built ever.
These are excellent. Yeah.
And I used to work in a furniture store. I have never seen chairs this well built. The back alone, just holding the back legs on, 6 bolts. I was like, and they're not like tiny little screws. They're like meant to outlast you type bolts. So these are fantastic chairs. I love them. So that would be my random recommendation of the week: Spokane Furniture.
Do you reckon they'd survive if our cats?
No, nothing survived those cats. So
I can't remember.
that's true. We did.
I can't remember the name of the book that I was going to recommend.
Do you need to run
And
upstairs and
yes,
look?
I do.
Okay.
I didn't want to leave you hanging, but now I'm going to.
No, I'll just talk about
Just
stuff.
recommend Princess Bride. Yes.
Yeah, well,
Princess Bride.
that kind of goes without saying. Yeah, Princess Bride is truly one of the great movies. Fun fact about that: what's his face? The guy that played Vincini, short little guy, inconceivable. He is actually an extraordinarily brilliant, well-renowned scholar. While they were in England filming, he invited the other cast over to his little apartment that he was renting, that he picked out specifically because of the library that it had built into it. And he had a few other events he was doing there, engagements, like going and giving lectures at Oxford and all those
little
others.
places like
little
that.
places you've never heard. The college. Trinity College.
I think.
So I mean,
I'd have to double check on that.
The guy is brilliant.
Yes.
And so, fun background fact. So when he's having that conversation, you ever heard of Aristotle? Socrates? Yes. Morons. Really? Compared to him, yeah.
I don't think
and you're no match for my brains.
He delivered that so well.
He did.
Okay. I went up for one book and I came back with two.
That kind of would have been a little disappointed if you hadn't. Okay,
so 2 books are my random recommendations. How to Live Safely in a Science Fictional Universe. There's a movie like 15 years ago with Hugh Grant and Rachel Weisz, where there was like modern day and like Spanish Inquisition.
Oh yeah,
and super future.
No, it wasn't Hugh Grant. It was Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman. Yeah, that's what I meant. I can't remember the name of it, but it was a really weird movie. They didn't know how to market it, I don't think. So they kind of marketed it as this like adventure, and it really wasn't. It was kind of more of a cerebral. That's kind of
cerebral poetry.
A very Courtney thing to do. Bring back all the books. I go to the library with the kids every other week or so with the intention of just letting them like go find all the books that they want to and bring home. And it's really, and I always go saying, I have enough books to read. I'm not going to bring home more. Please note that both of these are from the library because I can't help myself. You're right, Peter. There's not a problem with that. Anyway, so this book reminds me a lot of that movie in that it's very like in this character's head. It's from his point of view, but it's in present tense. So he's talking about like what he's doing right now, not what happened or what's going to happen or something. And so it's this kind of universe that has like time travel. That's kind of the big thing for him. He's a time travel machine repairman. But it's also tied with grammar. And so like the universe that he lives in, Universe 31, is this small universe that if you take Earth one day, because it's not a really completed universe, one day New York and LA just merged and everything in between is just now gone. And then on another day, Tokyo split into 3 and one wrapped around this side of LA, New York, and one wrapped around the other side. And then there's the third one that's just gone. And so it's his story about him trying to find his father, who was the inventor of time travel, and him reflecting on his life and his family and all of these. He rambles a lot, but like in this really poetic kind of way, but not like he's intelligent, just that he's thought these things so many times that it's almost a recital. Anyway, it was slow for me to start. I got about a third of the way through thinking like, I might just take this one back. I don't know. And then hit the catalyst point. So it's a little bit of a slow burn, but I'm enjoying it. And then this one is Time Castaways, the Mona Lisa Key. It's YA. So definitely it's geared towards like, I don't know, 10 to 18-year-old, I guess. I enjoy these kinds of books, though. They're super fun and really easy read, but it's about these siblings who one day their parents, who work at the Metropolitan Museum in New York, who are really quite protective of the kids, have to leave in the middle of the night to the museum because there's some kind of emergency. And so they leave a note for the kids of essentially like, get ready to go to school. And so they're trying to, and they bump into this guy who makes one of the siblings fall and rip his pants. And the guy is like, oh, I'm so sorry. Here's $20 so you can get a new pair of pants and, you know, a metro ticket. And the kids aren't allowed to take public transport. So, of course, especially one of the brothers is like, we're doing it, you know. And so they end up on this time traveling ship. And like, first thing that happens when they get on the ship is the captain's basically, all right, we're on a mission. We're going to steal the Mona Lisa.
Nice.
And so, yeah, adventure ensues. I'm not super far into it, but it's been a really fun read. I've been enjoying it. So those are my 2 random recommendations for tonight.
The movie was called The Fountain.
Thank you, because he was looking for the Fountain of Youth and the various...
Mm-hmm. And guess what else Hugh Jackman has been in?
What?
A serialized 10-episode version of The Princess Bride, playing Prince Humperdinck.
That happened?
It did 2 years ago.
How did we not hear about that?
I don't know, but he was Prince Humperdinck.
Okay, we're going to have to look into that.
Yes, we are.
I saw the best, not theory, but like, let's put this out there and hope it happens. Because I guess a year or 2 ago, they were talking about rebooting The Princess Bride. I guess there's people out there like, we need to reboot The Princess Bride because we're rebooting everything. And people were like, yeah, we can't do that. The original was perfect. Nobody could ever do it again, blah, blah, blah. And this guy comes on and says, no. Okay, hear me out. So this new one starts off with Fred Savage, who, as you remember, was the boy in the original, going to work. And he works with Queen Latifah, or a woman played by Queen Latifah. And he said, you know, they had their cordial greeting because they're coworkers and friends, and says, oh, you know, is your granddaughter still sick? And she's like, yes, I'm actually getting off early today to go take care of her. And he goes, oh, I have just the book. My grandfather used to read this to me when I was sick. And so he passes off the book to her. And so the reboot of it is of her granddaughter's imagining of the entire story.
That's pretty clever.
Yeah. So you get this whole different perspective, because in the original, you've got the little boy who's like, ew, kissing. And in this, you might have the little girl who's like, oh, it's romantic. What do you mean they're sword fighting? You know?
People stepping in for each. Yeah, they've got the gentleman who played Sulu in the Star Trek reboots, Inigo Montoya.
Really?
So we got to find this somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, the title is Home Movie, The Princess Bride.
Home Movie, The Prince. So it's probably not like something a studio did. Just some celebrities got together. And...
a lot of pretty notable celebrities, it seems.
Yeah? I assume you found it on IMDb.
Obviously.
Who's
Let's
in it?
see here. Hold on. Rob Reiner. Yes, Stephen Merchant. No idea.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know. I thought it was...
Let's see. Yes, John Cho. Okay. No, Seth Rogen. It's a Miracle Max.
That could be good.
Oh man, Finn Wolfhard from the kid from Stranger Things,
Oh,
also as
yeah.
Inigo Montoya. Yeah, they must be just telling like different versions of it or something.
Interesting. Yeah, we'll have to look into that.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to find it. Once we find it, we'll post about it because that sounds amazing.
Oh, they filmed stuff at home during quarantine.
Well, great. Let's still find it anyway.
COVID collab with tons of actors filming scenes from their home, creating a collage. That's so cool.
Good enough for me.
Okay.
It's
I
10
wonder if
episodes long, apparently.
I wonder if it's on YouTube.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe.
We'll figure it out.
Yes. All right. I think we have probably rambled on long enough.
I suspect so.
So
there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Things are going well. We're excited for the future because the weeks are special.
No, they're not.
I twitch.
Yes, the weeks are special.
But are they?
Anything
We're-
else?
We're just grateful to you guys, as always.
Yep. Good crew.
Yep.
Good
You make our
times.
lives fun and wonderful, and you pay our bills, which we greatly appreciate.
And I don't have to program to make that happen. So
Yay!
that's nice too.
So thank you guys. We look forward to seeing you whenever that is next time. Have a great week.
Bye and happy Valentine's Day.
Yes, happy Valentine's Day.
Bye.